Menagerie Death Knight is one of the best decks for the class right now, if not the best, and it's also doing really strong in general. So in this video I'm gonna give you a new quick guide about the deck, talk about mulligans, updated win rates, as well as some general tips so you know what to expect with and against this deck. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be awesome. And don't forget to check out my new Raid Shadow Legends channel, where I do my best to really give you top quality content there as well. Hope you enjoy. Now let's check out the deck.
You are not prepared!
As you can see, for the top spots we have a few iterations of Menagerie Death Knight, so let's go ahead and check out the one I used last stream, and here's what it looks like. To be fair, nothing too special that stands out with this deck. We do have still the Observer of Mysteries, which are pretty awesome because they're demons, and they are proving to be quite good in terms of stalling the opponents. We also have Zephyrus in here, which is usually gonna be for phase damage, but sometimes you might need a little bit of removal out of him if the going gets rough. And the rest is pretty standard stuff. The monstrous mosquitoes are pretty cool in this one, because if you tempo these bad boys early enough, some opponents really can't handle those. Like against the Pally, you play Morbid Swarm plus Coin Monstrous Mosquito, and suddenly you have yourself quite the hefty board. The Morbid Swarm is also pretty awesome because it does summon you a couple of undead beasts, so you definitely love all sorts of different tribes with this one for the Menagerie Jug to work. Mermy is in the same boat, a pretty sticky double tribe undead Murloc. Same with Brittlebone Buccaneer, Undead Pirate, which is pretty chunky and hard to kill. You do have a couple of Corpsicles, and a lot of the times this is actually how you win games. Like, you just stick a good board in the first 5 turns, and after that usually the opponent does stabilize you, but it's too late because you have 2, 3, 4 Corpsicles over and over again, and you just burn them down from hand. Creature of Madness is super good, especially if you discover some broken combinations, like this thing basically gives you 5 drops as soon as turn 3, so that can be pretty nasty, and getting yourself some nice end turn effect cards that summon an extra copy of themselves, getting yourselves +2/+2 and elusive, charge, +4/+5 at the top of your deck even is not that bad, because you are gonna get it instantly next turn anyway. So yeah, all around this thing is massive tempo for this deck. The Dreadhound Handler is pretty nice removal for you, especially comboed off with the Brittlebone. The Frost Strike gives you a lot of interesting discovers, including extra Corpsicles. That way you get the go face even harder, and you don't always even need to have corpses, by the way. Like, just smash as much as you can, and if you're not expecting much armor or healing out of the opponent, just keep on blasting with how many you have left, and that's usually enough. A couple of Harbingers of Winter are gonna fin out the deck with the Frost Strikes and with the Corpsicles. Just don't go out of your way too much to play both of them with Brittlebone, because that way both of yours will draw out all of your Frost spells, if you still have them even. I mean, it's not wrong, but just don't do too crazy things for it, is what I'm trying to say. Couple of Infested Breaths still help you a lot with both removal as well as sticky damage. Summoning yourself a 0/2 undead that gets to start getting buffed by this thing, by that thing, that kind of stuff can be pretty awesome. And this thing does kill Divine Shield minions through the Divine Shield, so that can be also extremely powerful against Paladins. Like I said, Zephyrus is usually for the phase damage. Observer of Mysteries would be best if it's actually played when the opponent already has at least something on the board, so you have a shot at them actually triggering some bullshit. And it's a very huge anti-tempo card nowadays. Like, the pool of secrets is not exactly very high, so a lot of the times you are going to be getting a pretty nice anti-tempo for the opponent, and they most probably skip their turn or play something pretty lackluster for their turn. So yeah, well-timed Observer of Mysteries around turn 4 best are pretty huge, because if you get a Mage Secret and a Hunter Secret, well, both of those have a shot of being a cog block for a big removal spell, and that's amazing for you because you follow up with Menagerie Jug, so that way you basically protect your board. Eliza is the real MVP here if you manage to give her a Reborn, especially with Buccaneer, because that way Ghoul's Night Out becomes not only 5 damage with bodies on the board, but also it could become 15, so that's absolutely huge amounts of damage for you. And speaking of huge amounts of damage, Horizon's Edge is also just 15 damage on a stick. Like, you clear the board, you kill stuff, you go face with it, it has it all. And lastly, the Jug, pretty strong. Just make sure you actually have enough different tribes, because sometimes you think you have different tribes, but when you go over the cards, you have Undead Beast, Beast, Undead, Undead Beast, and yeah, you only got +6/+6 instead, which is still not bad, to be fair. Don't always try to play this for the maximum, but just be aware that you're not going to be getting the maximum. Like, sometimes if you're calculating lethal, make sure you actually acknowledge you're not getting lethal that turn, because that might be huge. Matchup-wise, here's what we have, and Big Demon Hunter is not gonna be too fun. All of the other Death Knights are also a little bit too controllian for the most part. Spell Mage apparently is also not great, they do have a lot of armor gain and blizzards and such, and both the Warlock's not great, but the good thing this deck has going for it, it's gonna be great against Paladins, as well as Rogues, so if you're seeing too many of those, you should be climbing with ease. Mulligan-wise, we can check what people have been holding on to lately, and it hasn't changed much. Name of the game is curve out nice and strong, so you can go into the jug later. But don't actually keep the jug, especially when you're going first, because imagine keeping a 5-drop with a deck like this. As for on the coin, again, plenty of the same stuff. Here you could even hold on to a little bit more expensive cards, but still try to be curving out into those. All around, that's it for the deck. Definitely pretty cheap, pretty strong. Like, the deck is basically free. The only card you need to be crafting here is Eliza. Zephyrus, everybody should have. Was this a mini set? Think so. Yeah, definitely not the most expensive out of the lot. You don't even have any epics in this one, and the games are fast, and the deck is pretty strong, so it's definitely a no-brainer for climbing. But obviously don't craft too much for it if you're not gonna have too much left for after the mini set comes out. Hope you enjoyed the guide. Now let's check out some of my games on my road back to top legend with it. Hope you enjoy.
Against the Hunter? What is that even?
If you run now, you may live. You will know pain.
Can try like that. Ghouls Night Out, I don't think is worth the hold. Nope. And that bullshit. We're gonna be getting very hand buffed real soon. This card would have been so OP with Rush on it. Ghouls Night Out at the top would be bussin'. Ew. Not that bad. There you go, Ghouls Night Out it is. I guess it's my turn to have fun. Cool. It was one-off lethal as it stood, but it's never coming back from that. Ah, it was about platinum, that's why the game was playing hard to get, huh? Not a rogue. Scampo me.
I'll blast you to smithereens.
Amashankia. Let's try like that. Another mosquito. Of the monstrous kind. Thank you for the follow. Sihraku90, a fellow year buddy, I believe.
Rot number 802, welcome to the collection.
The self-buffing squads. That could end poorly for me. Please don't. Don't you dare end poorly for me. Okay. I'll allow it. These mosquitoes amped up nicely, huh? He has prep and lucky comet. This could go south real quick. Some of that bargain buccaneer bullshit. It really likes the observers lately, huh? Two hunter shits. Bullshit. These observers pretty lucky lately, huh? Shadow stuff fucking does it again. Apparently that's the meta for these shits. Buy them some time. Nothing but the hunter crap over and over and over. I ain't attacking. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fool me once, shame on me. How are you doing, guys? How are you enjoying this piss poor excuse of a meta? Definitely feels like it overstayed its welcome now, doesn't it? Kinda feels like ye. Sure as shit feels like ye. Gives me the card draw, can't say no to that. Still have a Frost Strike in there. Extra Corpsicle sounds better though.
This is treasure.
Oh man. Not again. Looks like a GG to me. Okay, not so much Menagerie, more like burn Death Knight, but we take those, I guess. Gotta burn him where we can. Come on, let's get some win streak now.
The Lich King versus Arthas. You will know endless torment.
Wow, Menagerie Jug. The first of its name. I can try it like this. Let's see how that go. Could be a good turn 4. Go coin out in this case. Double handler will be pretty good. That's that shit. It's that shit then. That shit crazy.
The citadel stands strong.
Yeah, Zrain Priest also kinda on the naughty list in it. Bit naughty. I'll allow it. Let's keep on finning. Okay, is he gonna have the corpsey boy? Probably, but a man can dream. Doesn't. Let's fucking go. Well, drug me, dude. We only have Undead Pirate, Murloc, so technically we do have enough. Ooh, off the top people. Kinda wanna kill this thing. But I won't. Or will I? I will. Could have the big leech now. Okay, not that bad. Not that good either, but it is what it is. Okay, we can still get +3/+3 on everything. We do this. Have 9 damage from hand, basically. Surely he's gonna be the lowest health enemy after I'm done with him. Or maybe not. But, surely we got him. 0 corpses with 5 mana. Doesn't have much there. Not much in that department.
The Lich King versus Sai. I will show you what I have learned. You will know pain.
Another deck. It's a curve. A bit greedy of a curve, but a curve nonetheless. I'll try. I'm acquainted. It'll be a damn shame if he has the leech. Cool. Yeah, let's get these in. Sounds about right. Not much, Sane. Not so much win condition in that case, sadly. It's a little bit on the rough side in that case. Let's go like this, like this, like this. I'll clap the mouth with that. I'll poke one so he's not very pokeable himself. Gotta reduce that poke potential, guys. The poke potential is very hard to not reduce there. Oh, he's hand buff. See how that go then. UL. Sadly, only 2 minions got buffed there. Yeah, we only had undeads and beasts. But, wasn't too sad now, was it? Too late for that. That was a lot of damage. No, it's actually a decent deck. It's pretty quick, pretty efficient. You do have a good amount of burn from hand with things like Corpsicles and things you can discover from Frost Strike. Your location is also a lot of chip damage, the Ghoul's Night Out and stuff like that. But yeah, you're a board-centric deck, so if you lose the board too much, you're probably not going to be winning too much. In order for this deck to work, you need to win the board early. Even if you lose the board in the mid-game, you do have a lot of reach after that, so the early game is where you really need to be sticking some face damage with the early boards you can build. It's a good deck. It's a good deck, even from Diamond to Legend, so definitely not low meta or anything like that. Okay, turn 1 this, turn 2 both of those, turn 3 I'm clapping with my empty hand, but I think it's actually worth it. That did not feel all that strong. Why the fuck did he really need the coin fetch there is beyond me. In this case, we're gonna summon a couple of these shits, play this shit, go with that shit. Thanks, man. Don't tell me you're running explosive shit. Don't you dare have explosive diarrhea against me. Cool story, Bob. Quickly before it lays eggs. Yeah, pretty much. They're not very strong against those particular decks with a lot of removals and shit. Juggy boy. Right in the jugular. What the fuck? Oh. Thanks, man. You figured it out. I thought we didn't get one of the jug buffs, but we did. Okay, win streak, is that you? Finally. Had to work for it. Had to endure. Okay, what else should we play? Something for a man of my stature, you know?